From Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
You have the state's attorney call you and say, hey, we can't pursue it, but if the injuries would have been more severe, that we would have been it would have been out of that gray area. It's like, are you serious?
We begin tonight with a Valley News Live exclusive, and it deals with accountability. That's what a Grand Forks mom and dad say they want surrounding their injured child. A little more than a month ago, their son suffered a fracture while at a child care facility in Grand Forks.
The person taking care of their child was investigated for child abuse. The county prosecutor office declined to press charges. Valley News Team's Krista Boehm talked with the parents tonight. She joins us now. Krista?
Mike, Steph, this is Nash, and he's just 11 months old. As he gets only faster at crawling, his parents are concerned about his future developments after he fell from a changing table at the United Day Nursery in Grand Forks. The fall left him with a fracture in his skull, along with 2 areas of bleeding in his brain. Nash's parents say he started at United Day Nursery in September in the new baby room. When the mom, Andrea, first got the call, she was told Nash fell as he was trying to push himself up, so she wasn't alarmed. It wasn't until another call from the daycare said he was getting severely sick and having problems staying awake that he was taken to the hospital. The doctor told them that his injuries were from a fall much more severe. During the investigations, she found out an employee there had not told the truth. Nash had fallen nearly 3 feet from a changing table while the employee was changing another infant's diaper.
If I was the other parent of the other baby in the room with him, I'd want to know. I'd want to know that could have been my child. And those parents have no idea. They have no clue. You know, other parents at the daycare, they don't know either.
I contacted United Day Nursery, where the nursery director says they followed all the right steps. The employee was put on leave without pay, and after that, the nursery couldn't get a hold of her and have not heard from her since.
We relayed exactly what we were told from the teacher. We did not lie about anything.
Despite the evidence, this family fears that without charges, she will be able to care for other children after seriously injuring their son. Steph?
All right, Krista, thank you. Now, court documents say that this employee was only required to take 2 online courses to work in the baby room at the nursery. We should also point out that we will be reaching out to the Grand Forks County State's Attorney Office to ask why no charges were filed.
4 middle school boys from Fargo are being charged in juvenile court after bringing knives to school. Police were called to Discovery Middle School yesterday and confiscated 4 pocket knives from the boys. One boy cut his finger with one of the knives in the bathroom and required medical attention. Students were told to take shelter-in-place procedures as the incident was happening. A school spokesperson said the school doesn't typically alert parents about shelter-in-place procedures because they don't deem it necessary. But one local mother says it is necessary that parents should be informed when a weapon has been brought to school.
That parents should be notified. In the past with elementary school, if anything happened at the school, we were always given an automated phone call in the evening explaining exactly what happened and how they handled the situation.
A phone call did go out to parents today after we began asking why no call or information was given to parents. The 4 boys involved were referred to juvenile court for disturbance of a school charge. According to police, that charge is similar to a disorderly conduct charge.
A Crookston, Minnesota woman is in jail in connection to the theft of $22,000 during 2 recent bank robberies in Grand Forks. 39-year-old Charlene Corona was arrested during a traffic stop today in Moorhead. Corona allegedly terrorized employees with a knife at one of the robberies and with the gun at the other. She faces 2 counts of robbery, 2 counts of terrorizing. It's Friday, time to get a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Ricky Wilder is wanted for possession of a controlled substance and probation violation. We have his picture on your screen. Wilder is about 5'11", 200 pounds. If you have information on him, call law enforcement.
The federal Perkins Loan Program helps about 500,000 students in need to go to school. In the 2013-2014 school year alone, institutions like the University of Pennsylvania and Cornell University each distributed about $10 million in Perkins loans. For the first time in 57 years, the proposed government budget does not include this program.
Authorizing the Perkins loan will cost $5 billion over 10 years. Many witnesses before our committee have said that $5 billion would be better spent paying for more Pell Grants.
Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander believes the Perkins loan isn't as effective as the others. He is in the process of consolidating the government's existing loan programs into one. He says students who currently have loans won't be affected.
This is a loan that is targeted at low-income students that often makes the difference between whether they can get the preparation they need for the careers of today and tomorrow, and we need to reauthorize it.
While Senator Baldwin works for reauthorization, Senator Alexander says he'll have his legislation ready by the end of the year.
Now, many know finding childcare around here is not easy. Some local parents say they've had to wait months.
Well, plans are in the works to build a new child care center to serve the FM area. Valley News Team's Macy Inger spoke with backers who say it's hoped to be built in the near future.
Kind of like so hard in Fargo-Moorhead area. It's really, really hard.
Hiba Ismail is a mother of 3. She's been looking for a child care center for her little guy before he was born.
I started crying. I was like, please, I just take my baby. I have to go to work. And I was like, yeah, but all of them no. They said, oh, no, you have to book your name for like a year or something.
And she's not alone.
It really limits your options as a parent. It kind of puts you in a tough position of, do I go back to work or do I stay home to get him into the place that I want him to be, where he's going to be safe?
We spend a lot of time working and doing our stuff. We need help, especially teaching her the basic stuff, how to read, how to write.
Do you have wait lists on those?
Oh, always. Yeah, 3-digit.
150 kids head to the 2 local Nokomis centers for childcare every day. To help fill the need for more childcare, Village Family Service is looking at building a 3rd Nokomis center.
We need a lot of it. I don't think this will certainly it won't take care of the capacity needs, but it's a good start.
The building would sit off of Cheyenne Street in West Fargo on 5 acres of donated land. It could provide care for over 250 kids.
It's not only important for the parents so that the parents can get to work and go to school, but also that need is important for the child.
While Nokomis does focus on kids in need, many agree building this center would be a step in the right direction. In Fargo, Macy Inger, Valley News Live.
Money can be a challenge. Village Family Service Center still needs to raise about $4 million to make the building a reality.